The forbidden threshold. The starship Veil of Curiosity drifted toward the edge of known space, its sleek Velmar hull humming with restrained energy. Commander Krix adjusted the neural interface, linking him to the ship's systems, his four-fingered hands trembling slightly. This is it, the border. For centuries, the Galactic Concord had mapped the cosmos, every nebula, every black hole, every civilization, except one. Human space. The maps simply stopped. No warnings, no blocked signals, just an unspoken rule: do not cross. Krix had spent his career studying anomalies, and this was the greatest of them all. Approaching the Sol exclusion zone, his navigator, Tal, announced, her voice tense. Scanners show nothing. That wasn't right. Every species left traces, energy signatures, comm traffic, debris. But here, there was only silence. Then the stars blinked. Did you see that? Krix hissed. The crew froze. Space didn't blink. A voice crackled over the comm. Smooth, calm, human. Unidentified vessel. This is Sol Border Patrol. You are approaching restricted space. Turn back. No threats. No anger. Just a statement. Krix hesitated. His mission was to uncover the truth. But something in that voice carried a weight beyond authority. Something like pity. We mean no harm, Krix responded. We seek only knowledge. A pause. Then, knowledge has a price. Commander, are you prepared to pay it? The Veil of Curiosity shuddered. The stars outside warped, as if space itself resisted their passage. Then, like a whisper in the dark, a ship appeared beside them. Black, seamless, alive in a way no machine should be. Humanity's warning. And Krix realized, far too late, why no one ever returned from human space. The Graveyard of Curiosity. The human vessel guided them inward, its movements too precise, too fluid. Krix's crew watched in silence as the ship led them past Jupiter's orbit and into the graveyard. Hundreds of ships floated in the void. Not wreckage, not ruins, perfectly preserved. Tal's breath hitched. That's a Xantharian dreadnought. They'd vanished 2 centuries ago. Krix's blood ran cold. Every major galactic power was represented here. Ships from empires that had dared to cross this line, now frozen in silent vigil. What happened to them? He demanded over the comm. The human response was chilling in its simplicity. They looked. Then, Earth filled the view screen. Krix expected fortresses, armadas, signs of a warlike species guarding its territory. Instead, he saw cities gleaming under blue skies and vast, untouched wilderness. But something was wrong. The planet pulsed. Not with light, not with energy, but with something deeper, something alive. The human ship's comm crackled again. Welcome to the quarantine zone, Commander. Try not to stare too long. And for the first time in his life, Krix understood true fear. The whisper in the void. Krix awoke screaming. His quarters were dark, the ship silent except for the distant hum of engines. Yet the nightmare clung to him, a vast, shapeless presence pressing against his mind, whispering in a language that slithered between words and raw emotion. You were not meant to see. He staggered to the mirror. His violet eyes were bloodshot, his cranial ridges damp with sweat. Computer, he rasped. Time since last sleep cycle. 2 hours, 17 minutes, the AI replied. Impossible. It had felt like days. The door chimed. Tal stood there, her usually vibrant green skin ashen. You dreamed it too, she whispered. The infection spreads. By morning, half the crew reported identical nightmares. Engineer Voss collapsed mid-shift, screaming about the eyes in the void. 3 junior officers were found catatonic in the mess hall, their fingers clawing at invisible restraints. The ship's AI began glitching, replaying a distorted audio loop. Turn back, turn back. Krix opened a channel to the human escort ship. What are you doing to us? The human commander, Elise Carter, according to her file, appeared on screen. Her expression wasn't smug or hostile. It was resigned. "We're not doing anything, Commander. It's noticing you." A chill ran down Krix's spine. "What is?" Elise tapped a command. The view screen split, showing Earth's moon. Lunar Monitoring Station Alpha has detected a 3,000% spike in theta band emissions since your arrival. Your brains are broadcasting. Tail gasped. Like beacons. The lace's smile didn't reach her eyes. Like dinner bells. The gift of silence. 2 human technicians boarded the Veil of Curiosity, carrying sleek neural dampeners. "These will help," said the taller one, securing a silver band around Krix's forehead. Instantly, the whispering stopped. "What the hell is out there?" Krix demanded. The humans exchanged glances. The shorter one spoke softly. "Remember the Fermi paradox? The question of why the universe seems so empty." She activated a hologram, a fractal pattern that hurt to look at. "The answer is simple. The smart ones stop looking." As Krix's vision cleared, he noticed the human's left pupil was slightly elongated. Like a cat's. Like something not entirely human anymore. The Black Mirror Project. The shuttle descended toward Mars in utter silence. Krix pressed his face against the viewport, watching the rust-colored planet grow larger. The human escorts had refused to explain further, only that Director Vassar would provide answers at the Tharsis containment zone. Then he saw it. A massive hexagonal structure, its black surface swallowing the sunlight. It pulsed like a slow heartbeat. "That's not human architecture," Tal whispered. One of the human guards, Petrov, his nanotech read, let out a bitter chuckle. "No, we just built the cage around it." The tour. Director Vassar met them in a sterile white observation room. Her lab coat bore stains no bioscan could identify. "Welcome to Project Black Mirror," she said, activating holograms showing Earth in 2157. "The day we broke reality." The footage showed humanity's first successful FTL test. The ship Odyssey vanished in a flash of violet light, then reappeared screaming. "They brought something back," Vassar continued. "An entity that exists between dimensions. We call it the Echo." The hologram shifted to show the first containment breach. Krix watched in horror as scientists' bodies unfolded, their molecules rearranging into fractal patterns. "It doesn't kill," Vassar said quietly. "It transforms." The specimen. Vassar led them to a viewing platform. Below, in a quantum-locked chamber, floated the Echo. Form. A shifting mass of iridescent tendrils. Size. Approximately equal to a starship, yet somehow fitting in the room. Behavior. Mimicking the observer's movements with a 3-second delay. Tail suddenly grabbed Krix's arm. "Commander, it's not copying us." She pointed to the security feed showing their group from behind. "It's reacting to what's standing behind us." The humans didn't turn around. Vassar just sighed. "Ah, you can see them now. The dampeners are wearing off." The choice. In the decontamination chamber, Petrov offered Krix a neural scrubber. "This'll make you forget everything since Jupiter," he said. "You'll wake up thinking your scanners malfunctioned." Krix stared at the device. Or. Petrov's eyes flickered, just for a second, with that same unnatural elongation. "Or you learn the truth, but you can never leave." Outside, something scraped against the facility's outer hull, something much larger than the Echo. The price of knowledge. Krix's first officer, Jorel, was the first to break. The moment they returned to the Veil of Curiosity, he rushed to the comm array, his hand shaking as he input an emergency burst transmission code. "We have to warn them," Jorel hissed, his pupils dilated with panic. "The Concord needs to know what's out here." Krix moved to stop him, but it was already too late. The transmission activated. For 3 seconds, nothing happened. Then Jorel's spine arched backward at an impossible angle. His skin split like overripe fruit, revealing not blood, but swirling fractal patterns. His scream became static, the same distorted frequency the ship's AI had been repeating. Turn back, turn back, turn back. By the time the humans arrived, Jor-El had collapsed into a pulsing black crystal, his final expression frozen in a silent scream. The rules of silence. Elise Carter stepped over the remains of the comm array, her boot crushing the crystal into dust. "This is why we don't allow open channels past Mars orbit," she said, her voice eerily calm. "Information wants to spread. They want it to spread." She tapped a device on her wrist. The crystal fragments dissolved into mist. Krix noticed the scars on her neck then, precise, geometric cuts forming what looked like circuitry. "How many have you lost?" he whispered. Elise didn't answer. Instead, she pointed to the view screen, where Earth's moon hung in silent vigil. Luna's core is a quantum dampener, the largest ever built. Her fingers traced the scars absently. Every human born in the last century has neural implants keyed to its frequency. It's the only reason we can still pretend to be what we were. The bargain. That night, Krix dreamed of the echo again, but this time, it spoke. "You are interesting," it whispered, its voice the sound of 1,000 radios tuning simultaneously. "The others broke so quickly. But you cling to your shape." He awoke to find Elise standing over his bed, a syringe in hand. "Last chance, Commander," she said. "Forget everything, or become one of us." Outside the ship, something vast shifted in the darkness between stars. Krix made his choice. The Covenant of Silence. The neural modification suite smelled like ozone and burnt copper. Krix lay strapped to the operating table as Director Vassar calibrated the machines. The ceiling displayed a live feed of Earth. Its oceans too still, its continents subtly wrong in ways his mind refused to process. "We'll leave your memories intact," Vassar said, adjusting a crown of needles above his skull. "But install synaptic blockers. Certain truths will slide off your consciousness." A screen flickered to life, showing the Odyssey's final transmission from 2157. The crew's faces melted like wax, their mouths forming the same phrase in unison. "We see the architects." Then the feed cut to present-day Luna. For a single frame, Krix saw the moon's surface ripple, revealing obsidian towers beneath the dust. Vassar injected something cold into his neck. "Don't resist. The more you fight, the more it hurts." The machines awoke with a scream. The lies we tell. 3 weeks later, the veil of curiosity drifted back into Velmar space. Krix stood before the High Council, reciting the prepared report. "Human technology is primitive. Their borders exist due to gravitational anomalies. No strategic value." His words tasted like ash. Chancellor Vrox leaned forward, her third eye pulsing. "And the missing crew?" "Accident in the asteroid belt," Krix replied smoothly. He believed it as he said it. Because that's how the blockers worked, not by erasing truth, but by making the mind disinterested in it. Across the chamber, Ambassador Rel, who had visited Sol System 50 years prior, nodded along. His left hand kept twitching in perfect Fibonacci sequences. The Guardians. That night, Krix's apartment comm buzzed, a human frequency. Elise's face appeared, her gray eyes now fully elongated. "Phase 2 begins. You know what to do." His body moved before his mind could protest. The hidden compartment under his floorboards contained a vial of nanites and coordinates to a listening post near Ta City. As Krix prepared the injection, his reflection blinked out of sync. The thing wearing his skin smiled. The architects of Sol. The night the moon opened its eyes, Krix was